Think beyond today. Let me ask you a question. If someone offered you two choices, $1 million today, or one decision that could multiply your wealth for the next 30 years, which would you choose? Most people would grab the $1 million without hesitation because the average mind is trained to think about today. The billionaire mindset thinks about decades. That is one of the biggest differences between those who build lasting wealth and those who spend their lives chasing the next paycheck. The wealthy don't just earn money, they make their money grow. And that growth doesn't happen because of luck. It happens because they understand one simple principle. Time is the greatest investment partner you'll ever have. Too many people want instant success, instant money, instant results, instant recognition. We live in a world where everyone wants everything now. But nature doesn't work that way. A seed doesn't become a tree overnight. A child doesn't become a leader in a week. A masterpiece isn't created in one afternoon. Great things require time. Wealth is no different. Imagine planting an oak tree. The first year, it barely changes. The second year, the growth still seems slow. Someone walking past might say, nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, the roots are expanding. They are becoming stronger, deeper, wider, preparing the tree to stand for generations. Your investments work the same way. At first, progress feels invisible. You invest a little, you save consistently, you learn patiently, and it seems like nothing is changing. That's the moment when most people quit. They think slow growth means no growth, but they couldn't be more wrong. The strongest growth is often invisible at the beginning. The people who become financially free understand something that most people never learn. Small amounts invested consistently can become extraordinary over time, not because the money is magical, but because time is powerful. Every year your investments grow. Those gains begin producing more gains, and those gains produce even more. Success begins building on itself. This is why billionaires respect patience. They know that impatience destroys wealth.
Think about the farmer again.
Would a farmer dig up his crops every week just to check if they are growing? Of course not. He plants the seed, he waters it, he protects it, and then he waits. He trusts the process. Investing requires the same mindset. Plant, protect. Stay patient, trust the process. One of the greatest financial mistakes people make is confusing investing with gambling. Investing is not chasing the next trend. It is not buying something simply because everyone else is talking about it. It is not hoping to get rich by tomorrow morning. Investing is thoughtful, intentional, patient. It is based on knowledge rather than emotion. The wealthiest people don't ask, double my money this week. They ask, where will this investment be 10 years from now? That single question changes every decision. Because when you think long term, you stop reacting to every headline. You stop panicking during every market decline. You stop chasing every shiny opportunity. Instead, you remain focused, disciplined, consistent. Think about the people who built extraordinary fortunes. Very few of them became wealthy because of one lucky day. They became wealthy because they made wise decisions repeatedly over many years. One smart decision rarely changes your life. Hundreds of smart decisions do. That's why your daily financial habits matter more than dramatic moments. Saving consistently, learning continuously, avoiding unnecessary debt, living below your means, investing regularly. These habits may not seem exciting, but over time they become life-changing. Remember this: short-term thinking creates temporary success. Long-term thinking creates lasting wealth. Here's something even more important. Before you invest your money, invest in yourself. Because the greatest investment you will ever make is the one that improves your ability to create value. Money invested in knowledge often produces the highest return. Read books, learn new skills, understand business, study leadership, improve communication, strengthen your mindset. No one can take those investments away from you. Markets can rise, markets can fall, businesses can succeed, businesses can fail, but the knowledge you gain stays with you forever. That's why successful people remain lifelong students. They understand that the more they grow, the more their opportunities grow. Imagine carrying two bank accounts. One holds your money, the other holds your knowledge. Which one deserves more attention? The answer is both. Because when your knowledge grows, your financial account often follows. Don't chase money, chase wisdom. Wisdom knows where money should go. Money without wisdom disappears. Wisdom without money eventually creates it.
Never underestimate the value of learning before investing.
Too many people risk money without first investing time in understanding what they're doing. Knowledge reduces unnecessary risk. Education increases confidence. Confidence leads to better decisions. Better decisions create better outcomes. Now, this journey isn't about becoming rich overnight. It's about becoming financially strong for life. Strong enough to face uncertainty, strong enough to create opportunities, strong enough to leave something meaningful for the next generation. Your goal shouldn't simply be to earn income. Your goal should be to build assets that continue growing long after today's work is finished. That is how long-term wealth is created. Not through luck, not through shortcuts, but through patience, discipline, consistency, and the courage to think far beyond today. Because the people who win tomorrow are usually the ones who are willing to prepare today. The question isn't whether time will pass. It will. The real question is,
Years have gone by.
will you look back and wish you had started investing, or will you be grateful that you did? The choice is yours. And every great financial future begins with one simple decision. Start thinking long term. Let time work for you. Now that you understand why long-term thinking matters, let me ask you another question. Who is working harder in your life, you or your money? Most people spend their entire lives working for money. They wake up early. They work long hours. They sacrifice weekends. They trade time for income. There is nothing wrong with honest work. Hard work builds character. Hard work creates opportunity. But there comes a point when you must ask yourself, will I work for money forever, or will I eventually allow my money to work for me? That question changes everything. The wealthiest people understand something many never discover. Every dollar has a job. Some dollars disappear the moment they are earned. Others become employees that continue working for years. Imagine hiring one employee, then another, then another. Soon you have 10 people working for your business, then 50, then 100%. Your investments are like those employees. Every dollar invested wisely has the potential to generate more dollars. Those new dollars can generate even more. This is why wealthy people become excited about time, because time allows growth to multiply. Many people believe they must wait until they are rich before they start investing. That belief keeps them poor. The truth is exactly the opposite. People become wealthy because they start investing before they feel ready. It isn't about how much you begin with. It's about developing the habit of investing consistently. A small amount invested every month for many years often beats a large amount invested once. Why? Because consistency beats intensity. The same principle applies to your health, your relationships, your business, and your finances. Small, disciplined actions repeated over time create extraordinary outcomes. There will always be distractions. There will always be new trends promising instant wealth. One year it's one investment. The next year it's another. People rush from opportunity to opportunity, hoping for quick success. But those who build lasting wealth stay focused on proven principles. They don't chase every opportunity, they evaluate it. They study it, they understand the risks. Then they make thoughtful decisions. Patience is not weakness. Patience is wisdom in action. Remember, every investment carries risk. The goal isn't to eliminate risk completely. The goal is to reduce unnecessary risk by learning before acting. Knowledge protects your future. Emotions often destroy it. Never invest because everyone else is doing it. Never invest because you're afraid of missing out. Fear creates poor decisions. Greed creates poor decisions. Discipline creates good decisions. When emotions are high, slow down. When everyone is celebrating easy money, ask more questions. When everyone is panicking, remember your long-term plan. Successful investors don't let emotions control their future. They let principles guide their decisions. Here's another lesson billionaires understand. Diversification matters. Imagine planting only one type of crop. If disease destroys that crop, everything is lost. Now imagine planting several different crops. If one struggles, the others continue growing. The same idea applies to building wealth. Different assets can play different roles in your financial future. Some create income, some appreciate over time, some provide stability. The goal is not to depend on only one path. The goal is to build a strong financial foundation. But before you diversify your investments, diversify your knowledge. Study economics, understand business, learn how markets work, read biographies of successful entrepreneurs and investors. Every lesson strengthens your decision making. Remember this powerful truth. Your financial future is determined less by today's income and more by today's habits. Habits become routines. Routines become lifestyles. Lifestyles shape destinies. If saving and investing become automatic, your future begins changing without dramatic effort. One wise decision repeated every month becomes a lifetime of progress. Don't compare yourself with someone who has been investing for 20 years. Compare yourself with the person you were yesterday. Did you learn something new? Did you make one better financial decision? Did you move one step closer to your goal? If the answer is yes, then you're already winning. The road to financial freedom isn't built through giant leaps. It's built through steady progress. One lesson, one investment, one disciplined decision at a time. There will be setbacks. Markets will rise, markets will fall. The economy will change. Headlines will create fear. Don't let temporary events destroy a long-term vision. Storms come and go, but the strongest trees remain standing because their roots run deep. Build your financial life the same way. Deep roots, strong values, clear goals, long-term thinking. One day people may admire your success. They'll see the results, but they won't see the years of patience behind them. They won't see the sacrifices. They won't see the discipline. They won't see the countless moments when you chose long-term growth over short-term pleasure. Those invisible decisions become visible success. And that is the difference between simply earning money and building lasting wealth. Build wealth that lasts for generations. Take a moment and imagine yourself 20 years from now. Imagine looking back on the decisions you made today. Will you be proud that you invested in your future? Or will you wish you had started sooner? The truth is this. The future isn't created by one extraordinary decision. It's created by thousands of ordinary decisions made consistently over time. Every dollar you save, every skill you learn, every wise investment you make, every unnecessary expense you avoid. These small choices quietly shape the life you'll live tomorrow. People often believe that wealth is built by making one perfect investment. But lasting wealth is rarely the result of one decision. It's the result of discipline repeated for years. Think about building a house. No one places a single brick and expects a beautiful home. Every brick matters. Every wall matters. Every day of construction matters. Your financial future is built exactly the same way. Every smart financial decision becomes another brick. Every lesson becomes another layer of strength. Every year of patience becomes another level of security. Eventually, you don't just build wealth, you build peace of mind. One of the greatest gifts money can provide isn't luxury, it's freedom. Freedom from constant financial stress. Freedom to spend time with your family. Freedom to pursue meaningful work. Freedom to help others without worrying about your next paycheck. Freedom to make decisions based on purpose instead of fear. That is what long-term investing is really about. It's not about showing people how much money you have. It's about creating choices that improve your life and the lives of those around you. The people who leave a lasting legacy think differently. They don't ask, how much can I spend? They ask, how much can I build? They don't focus only on today. They think about their children, their grandchildren, the communities they can impact, the opportunities they can create for others. That is the power of a long-term mindset. It transforms money from something you consume into something that creates opportunity. But remember something important. Money without character can disappear. Money without wisdom can be wasted. Money without purpose can leave you feeling empty. That's why you must continue investing in yourself, even as you invest in assets. Grow your integrity, grow your discipline, grow your knowledge, grow your ability to lead and serve others. Because the greatest investment is still the person you become. Your mindset determines your decisions. Your decisions determine your habits. Your habits determine your future. There will always be people searching for shortcuts, quick profits, easy money, overnight success. But history has shown us that lasting success is almost always built slowly. The tallest trees grow over decades. The strongest bridges take years to build. The greatest companies are rarely created overnight. The same is true for wealth. Don't become discouraged because your progress feels slow. Progress is still progress. Every month you stay committed, you're moving closer to financial independence. Every year you remain disciplined, you're building a stronger future. Every lesson you learn increases your ability to make better decisions. One day you'll look back and realize that the greatest reward wasn't just the money. It was the person you became while building it, the patience you developed, the discipline you strengthened, the confidence you earned, the wisdom you gained. Those qualities become priceless. And once you have them, they continue creating value for the rest of your life. So make yourself a promise today. Stop chasing what is temporary. Start building what is lasting. Stop asking, how can I get rich quickly? Start asking, how can I become wiser every year? Because wisdom creates wealth, and wisdom protects it.
These 4 principles.
Think long term, stay consistent, keep learning, never stop investing in yourself. If you follow those principles year after year, your future will look very different from your present. Not because of luck, not because someone gave you an opportunity, but because you prepared yourself to recognize and seize opportunities when they appeared. Life rewards preparation. Success rewards patience. Wealth rewards discipline. And the future rewards those who refuse to quit. So begin today, no matter where you are, no matter how much you have, no matter how many mistakes you've made. Your past does not decide your future. Your next decision does. Take that first step. Read one more book. Learn one more skill. Save one more dollar. Make one more wise investment. Repeat those actions consistently. Years from now, you'll be grateful you started, because time will pass whether you act or not. The only question is, when that time has passed, will you have built a future you're proud of? The answer begins with the decision you make today. Invest with patience. Invest with purpose. Invest for long-term growth. And remember this. The richest people don't simply earn money. They build a future where their money, their knowledge, and their values continue growing long after today is over. That is the billionaire mindset. That is lasting success. And that journey begins with you today.